Wow, my hair. It is so hot today, you guys. My eyebrows melted off. This morning I baited the dog because she badly needed it. Now she's all soft and fluffy. And then I baited myself because I was already wet from baiting the dog. And this is what happens when my hair is freshly washed and air dries. What I actually need to do is put some hair oil or something to get it to somewhat behave, but I think it's pretty clear that I'm all out. It was either that or I was shiny and really greasy, but at least my hair would have behaved, so you gotta pick your poison here. Also, it is stupid hot. I got all the fans in the house on today. I couldn't put my my own fan in my studio because the wind would have been blocked by my green screen anyway, so that's not useful. So we're gonna post the rules real quick because it's important to post the rules. I've been playing Final Fantasy V. I reached Galuf's planet today or last night. Either way, I was on Galuf's planet today and I did the battle on the big bridge. Wonderful music, of course, best tune in that game. It also made me realize that as much as I know Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy VI by heart, my god, I do not know Final Fantasy V. But I've been doing pretty good with my job selections, so there's that. Can't exactly been complaining. Like just with Ferris, I started as a thief, and when I maxed that, I turned her into a ninja, and when I maxed that, now she's currently a samurai. And she's got a move which I'm pretty sure is throwing our money at the enemies, but it's like 4,000 damages, so I'm not exactly gonna complain she's using up our budget. I think it's called Zeninagi. I think it's called because, as we all know, I'm playing the Spanish versions of these games in order to, you know, learn Spanish. But this is like international Spanish, not Mexican Spanish, so there's going to be some discrepancies when I actually speak it. Art-wise, we all know what I did yesterday. This stuff is currently in the shop. First comes, first serve. I do believe, yes, out of the 4 sketch cards that I drew yesterday, the last Ronin is already sold, so what's left is Angela from Lobotomy Corporation, Sandy Eagle, and Arcade Design Mario. In unique colors, because let us be reminded that this is the color of the month challenge arts. That Olo marker never reblogs anymore, because since they're not universal markers, and they have to, like, push their own markers, they don't want to reblog my art anymore because I don't use Olo markers, because I don't have all the money in the world. And when I do have all the money in the world, it either goes on bills, food, or more art supplies, because I have no self-control. Speaking of art supplies, because I have no self-control, I'm not going to pull out the screen tone, but, well, if you follow me on my social medias, you've seen them anyway. I did get some extra Murray Nibs NG pens. And of course my pack of nibs is upstairs with the watercolor that I failed successfully at experimenting with. And I got a new bottle of ink, Black 4, that I still need to try out. My previous bottle is Black 1, and I am very happy with it. It just as Black 4 is supposed to be like dries faster and is waterproof, so obviously the formulation is different. How different are we talking about? I actually had an idea right before I went online to give it a sniff. Because the black one smells like mud. Clean mud, but it smells like mud. It literally smells like wet ground. It smells like mud. So I was wondering if this one also smelled like mud. It smells like nail polish. So you know the recipe is different for this one. But don't worry guys, as soon as I have tried this one out, I will let you guys know. Probably gonna post it everywhere on my Ko-fi, Patreon, social media. That's usually what I do. Oh, speaking of Patreon and Ko-fi, did you know that I post early access not only to Bootleg Cookie, like even if I draw it here, I still post the early access on Bootleg Cookie, because are you seriously going to pause the video just to read a comic? That's kinda, yeah. Especially a video that lasts like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Just zoom to the end and just pause and squint. But I also post early access and whips of the Smack comics, starting from Power Trip, now that I know I have the permission. So if you want to see the sketch, pencils, inks, flats of each Power Trip page, and seeing it early as I can get to it, because sometimes I am busy. It's always up on the Patreon and the Ko-fi. And coming soon, there will also be some previews and whips of the Barbarian Queen Charybdis up on my Patreon and Ko-fi. Because I know, even if nobody talks to me about it, everybody talks to Lee. He's the writer. He's the important one. I say that he only writes. A lot of people are looking forward to Barbarian Queen Charybdis. So, yeah, there's going to be early accesses and previews on Patreon and Ko-fi real soon. So there's that for the news. It's hot. This is very cold water from the water bottle upstairs. Snap, crackle, pop. So we're just going to move this up here. Here's the thing, I actually wrote today's Bootleg Cookie like 2 hours before the stream. That's some cute music. So I'm gonna move that over here because nobody needs to see a blown up picture of a freshly washed lily. If you want to see it, you gotta be on my medias. Haha. Besides, I need that window so I can look at the script that I wrote 2 hours ago. Oh god, my eyes. I have one going over here and the other one going over there. My eyes are slightly crossed out this way, so that's probably why I struggle with looking at reproducing death, because I can't see it that well. And there we go. Yes, it is on the correct path. I don't know if you guys knew. I actually forgot I made this. I had done this for an omake. No, not an omake. I had done this for a baseball Mario illustration commissioned to me by Gabe, the writer of the Super Mario Adventures Continued. I just noticed the channel is still saying colors of the month. It's not supposed to say that. I just changed all the titles. But anyway, I had done this originally as a background element for a fake baseball game, Mario baseball game. It's called Nintendo Crowd. We have 4 types of characters. There's a reason I didn't make this one available, because honestly it could do with some more variations since it's supposed to be a cheering crowd. So we have 1 pose of each, Sniff It, Shy Guy, a faceless Toad on purpose, and a happy little Yoshi. Which I believe I gave him 1 finger too many. But that's okay, he's cute regardless. So if that's something you guys might be interested in, I might rework it. Oh, good start when I look like that. You know it's gonna be good. This is probably going to be another purple people because I cannot be arsed today. Just like he could not be arsed. See that depth? Notice how mom is just about to grab the syrup and then she pauses. You know when you get a judge for your age because, oh, you can't possibly know this stuff, you're too young. Mom had me when she was like, she got pregnant with me at 18, she had me at 19. We're very close, surprisingly. And like, I understand she was a first-time mother, but this was the 80s and everybody was absolutely evil to people and women, and if we go there, we're never going to be done. And basically, anytime she tried to do something with me, the nurses would jump at her. Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Like, you know, feed me. And the nurse tried to give me a pacifier and she was like, no, because I kept spitting it out. And she didn't want me to use a pacifier anyway to pacify myself. Not like I needed it, because I was a very, very lethargic baby. And the same goes for this purple people doctor I'm going to be drawing. Because she is about to say something and he's going to dismiss her. Because she's young. But it's something that she actually knew from experience. Because notice I actually have hair, so I had a couple of years for mom to test stuff out, you know? And it's not a thing that I don't like banana flavor. I love banana flavor. I love bananas. But when I'm sick, for some reason, bananas will make me throw up, whether I want to or not. It's like, it goes in and goes out. Like, I understand doctors knowing better when it comes to what kind of medicine to give you, vaccine, stuff like that. The medical stuff, yes, I will trust the doctor with the medical stuff. If we're talking about flavoring, if a mom says, don't use that, don't use that. It wasn't me being picky. It's just I don't know. I genuinely don't know why. Banana flavored stuff or bananas, when I have a cold, they do not go inside me because they will not stay inside me. I'm gonna see if I can draw myself a little smaller. There we go. Now I gotta be careful because little Miss Great Decisions decided to lay down behind my chair, so I hope I don't forget. I know it wasn't winter, so I had my winter suit on. Like, I don't remember throwing up on the doctor, but Mom said I did. I do remember trying a banana syrup at home. This was the second visit, and throwing up all over myself. I do remember that. I don't remember what I'm drawing right now, but Mom said it happened, so... This is the exact same technique I use for wheels that are turning, blades that are spinning. It's the exact same thing all the time. Gotta zoom in because I'm using my wrist too much, and I'm not supposed to even use my wrist if I want some good curve. Little break for a sip because it just does not help. I'm probably going to paint my face green for this. It's been a long while, touch wood, since I've had a cold. But I will say that when I do get a cold, I have a good cocktail of meds to keep me going. For those wondering, this mix works super well for me. I don't know for you guys. Daytime and nighttime Tylenol cold. Some Drista for the nose, of course. Some Vicks for the chest and nose. And once in a while, though that part I don't like as much, is I use a neti pot to force water up this nostril and out this one, and then force water up this nostril and out this one. That actually works really well to unclog your nose when you can't have Dristan just yet because you're supposed to wait 12 hours in between spritz. And I intend to follow those instructions. I saw the Osmosis Jones TV show episode. I also drink orange juice, and I do not like orange juice, actually. It's this weird mix of bitter and sour that is just not good for me. But when I'm sick, I will drink it. I will hate every minute of it, but I will drink it. wish I had put some Kool-Aid in there, but I can't just live on Kool-Aid alone. I love this app. If you guys can see me, I have Clip Studio on my phone, but I never use it to actually draw. So I can use the companion app for free. I could draw. This is the version, unpaid, the unlicensed version, on purpose because my licensed mobile version is on the iPad. That lets me draw only for 1 hour a day, but I don't use it to draw. But I use it for the companion mode, and the companion mode is completely free at all times, and it lasts more than an hour. So yeah, that is so very practical, as you guys have no idea if you don't use it. Love it! Oh great, somebody is existing outside the house again. It is upsetting the bichon. So don't be surprised if you hear the song of her people. I recently changed the settings, the pressure settings. I feel this is better. I had the pressure settings really sensitive for a while, and it just wasn't working for me anymore because I couldn't get any line depth because it went from practically invisible to super thick. So I changed it up a little bit. I feel I have more control. What do you guys think? Oh man, I gotta stop doing this. I don't know why I keep twisting myself 45 degrees to the right. I'll make this a bit more 3D. There we go. It's amazing how far an ADHD brain can go. Because I'm drawing this comic about mom saying something and not being taken seriously. Which made me think about me paying my part of the hydro bill, sending it to mom on as a direct deposit, and then thinking how convenient it is for us to be able to swap money like that online, which made me think of my Nana, which, while she was literally being taken advantage of for her Wi-Fi, her neighbors literally broke into her apartment with her permission, I might add. Just walked in, started fiddling with her computer, fixing it because it was slow, stole her password for her Wi-Fi, waited a couple days for her to think, oh, my computer is fixed, so she wouldn't suspect anything, and then use her Wi-Fi like crazy. And when we found it out, they tried to guilt her, saying, well, yeah, but my son needs it for his studies, and then we changed the password again. And then he'd go right back in, fix her computer again, that we told her did not need fixing anymore, re-steal the password, and then that mother, neighbor of the son, started coming to her and telling her that she should really get her banking info online because it's so convenient. And we all freaking knew she wanted to steal her bank details on top of her Wi-Fi. So we had to call Tillis and temporarily close down her account until we could have her moved out of that apartment complex. Because that's the thing with that side of the family. They really want to see only the good side of people. If they think somebody is there to help them, they believe it at the most strong of their heart. That yes, that person is a good person. Like I once told my dad, Dad, you would defend Hitler if you could. Not that he agrees with anything that asshole said, but they want to see the good in people so much. That's what I mean by that example. And these people were ready to take all her money and all her assets, with her permission, I might add. Oh, as soon as we could get her into the nice nursing home. Oh, we did. Threw ourselves into moving her stuff to the good place. Because that was not a nursing... That was not like the bad nursing home. That was literally an apartment complex. A regular apartment complex. But it was in the bad part of town. And that's the kick-ass grandma on top of that. Like, two out of my 3 grandmas were pretty kick-ass. But with my Nana, they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart, superimposed it. I'm going to kick their asses with my walker. And I better not hear, Shiro, you were bullied, so being bullied, you don't trust everybody on the first go, so getting bullied was a good thing. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. Getting bullied is never a good thing. You can learn these lessons without having your childhood taken away from you, okay? Why do you think I surround myself with childish things? I mean, I still work. I still pay bills. I still do all the adult stuff. But when it comes to entertaining myself, I would like to get my childhood back, please. I get sick if I drink too much. And for me, too much, it doesn't take long. Like, couple of drinks, 2, 3 max, and I'm done for the night. Hi, Coco! Well, the camera's here, so hi, Coco! Chat's here, but camera's here. I was just talking about the time some neighbors tried to fleece my grandma on my dad's side. Starting small with the Wi-Fi, and then trying to convince her to do her banking online. You guys have access to her online life. No! Adult things aren't as fun, plus we can afford the kid stuff now, and mom can't say no. Oh, she can try. The way I see it, as long as I'm responsible and I don't overspend, and I always have money for my bills and some emergencies, I'm fine. And I know I have a tendency to do some retail therapy. I know that. So I try to keep an eye on myself very closely. Like, of course I'm going to play the same 2 Final Fantasies over and over. Of course I'm going to play my SNES. Of course. It was my escape as a kid to actually be a kid. So I play them so I get to be a kid again. Except the difference is when I stop playing, nobody's waiting for me at school to beat me up and make my life miserable. And thankfully, my mom mellowed out a lot over the years. My dad was already pretty mellow to begin with. Though it's hard to tell because he didn't talk much. He talks more now. I'm happy for that. For those that know about the suit, there will be pictures really soon. I'm just waiting for a white shirt. I did take some preview pics that I'm not going to post because one, I am in my parents' bedroom because the suit was upstairs when Mom asked for pictures. And 2, I didn't even have shoes on. So yeah. That's stuff for my only feet. I do not have an only feet. I'm kidding. Can you imagine if we'd have a troll in the chat right now? Well, you're not pretty enough to be on OnlyFans anyway. I don't care if a stranger finds me attractive or not. That's a weird take, isn't it? The minute you refuses the advances of somebody, immediately you're ugly? Like they were full on flirting with you? And then when you say no, or even worse, no thank you, suddenly you're the ugliest thing ever and they were willing to give you a chance. Yeah, that's not what you were saying 5 minutes ago, buddy. Personally, I'm sad for the girls on whom negging works. Y'all deserve so much better. Come on. And I speak from experience because one of my ex, I dated him literally because I thought I couldn't do better. And then he started getting abusive and I was like, no, I can do better. I can totally do better. No. That has happened to me. I think I remember you telling me about that actually. Not the exact words, but I think you did tell me about that. And I still say, consider myself lucky to get out of that relationship. When I did. Suddenly I'm built like a linebacker according to those two guys. Yeah, but you're a very, very hot linebacker. I mean, look at my shoulders. I got firefighter shoulders. And I'm 5'2". I'm shaped like a Lord of the Ring dwarf. I look good. I mean, linebackers are usually married, so they gotta look good. And there is nothing wrong with looking like a linebacker. Because I don't know if you guys saw my friend Coco, but I may be a little biased. But she's like real pretty. Maybe a little bit biased because we've been friends for like nearly 20 years, I think, by now. I have no concept of time. I just know we've been friends for a long time. Because we're here for a good time and a long time. So have a good time. The sun will shine every day. That's not the words. I know. I said the sun will shine every day because Coco has beautiful blonde hair. Ha. We are lifelong friends despite being in different countries. Exactly. Relating through trauma. Wish neither of us had to go through trauma, but sadly, we did. Yeah, but what if the bully had a bad situation at home? God, you have no idea how much I don't care. You are not gonna get any sympathy from me. And if that makes me a terrible person, then so be it, because this terrible person doesn't want other kids to get bullied either. Maybe if bullying was taken seriously, and if the bully has a bad situation at home, then send CPS to that bully's house. And if bullying was taken seriously and dealt with appropriately, actually appropriately, maybe we would have less asshole customers in retail. Maybe. You know? Because then they wouldn't have learned as kids that being absolute gaping assholes would get them what they want. They wouldn't do that as an adult. But maybe that's just me. You know, top peaked in high school. Gotta get some water because it's hot in here. Oh my god, my face. I started normal. No, that's a big lie, isn't it? Like, this is said by someone who was told as they were born. First time I see one like that. I never started normal. I just meant my skin tone when I started the stream. being normal is overrated. That's for other people. Have you seen how other people that considers themselves normal behave? Honestly, that's kind of terrifying. Why are you so angry? Like, I have reasons to be as angry as I am about my childhood and stuff like that, but fuck. Like, who pissed in your cereal this morning, and stop paying them to do it? It's like nice guys. If you have to specify that you're nice, just like you have to specify that you're normal, you may not be as nice or normal as you think you are. I have a ton of people tell me, Shiro, you're so nice. Not all the time. Do not mix my kindness. Do not confuse my kindness with weakness. You know what I mean? If I'm done with your shit, I will let you know. But I do give this vibe, apparently. Like, yes, I am a patient. I am a patient blob, okay? But people keep telling me if I do anything wrong, tell me. And I'm like, I will. I have to communicate clearly. But I swear to God, it's like what comes out, like what I think I'm saying and what comes out of my mouth are two completely different things. Just like with my problem with people saying my name. Or learning my name. I'm pretty sure I say Sharon when I say it. But apparently that's not what comes out. Who the fuck is Shirley? Who's the fuck is Charlene? My name is Sharon. I'm pronouncing it in French and English. I'm pronouncing it Sharon. Where do you hear that L? And like when I record myself like this, and I go back to the recording, I hear the same thing that I said. So I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. And I start questioning myself. Was it my tone? Was it... Did I not pronounce it right? And then when I can check myself back, like when I record these bootleg cookie live streams, and the words that I thought I said, that's what I hear in the recording. So I don't know. And that's from people that consider themselves normal. That's quite a projectile barf. Yeah, I did barf a lot. But like I said earlier, I think you weren't there for that part. I don't remember this adventure, quote unquote, right now that I'm drawing. Mom said that's what happened. But I do remember a previous time, that's how Mom found out that I can't stomach banana flavor or banana anything when I'm sick, was that I had barfed all over myself on my snowsuit at my mammy's place, and it like went down the entire suit, like from here to my toes. So I'm extrapolating. I'm extrapolating from insufficient data. Now I can't afford to go back to the hard eraser. I don't think I have used a soft eraser in years. Ever since I figured out I could use the lasso fill and the transparent tool to erase, I pretty much just do that. I'm looking forward to tonight. I took out a chicken breast for supper. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with it. But I'm having chicken for supper, so I'm happy. Of course, at the time, they had no choice to use female pronouns because I didn't know non-binary was a thing. But it's not like I was going to be listened to anyway. Do I consider myself two-spirit because I have some native blood? I don't think so. From what I've gathered, being two-spirit is slightly different from non-binary. And I am not native enough to warrant the label. Like, biologically, I am very, 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 very native. Ignore the skin tone. I'm not 100% native, clearly. But I'm way more native than I let on. Like, we're all as surprised when we found that out. Lately I've been experimenting with filling out my shapes in gray and then coloring on top of it with a masking layer. It helps a little bit with the leftovers holes, native with an Irish top coat. Yeah. And I'm so greasy it's a varnish. I'm gonna make my pants blue because I remember my snowsuit at the time was like a very dark blue. I think he had some orange and yellow across the chest, but I'm not sure about that. But I'm pretty sure about the blue. I don't remember the color of my boots though. Probably white. If you try dressing up in regalia, they'd send a mob after you, but if you dress like a leprechaun, they'd be all, yeah, pretty much. It's not like I get to wave around my little DNA testing there, or my history, or my native history. Like, it's not like I can go in at the local tribe and go, I'm one of you guys, because I'm not. They're Micmacs. I'm Huron. That's two completely different tribes. But I will say, though, that there's a lot of Micmacs that are blonde hair and blue-eyed. So despite everything, you guys should accept the fact that I am technically native. Because even I struggle with accepting it because, well... And like the other side of my blood, like we all know I got some French in here, okay? But I am mostly Huron, and I've got some Iroquois. Now, my biological mistakes family, they're also of Iroquois descent. They are all red with red hair. A lot of them have light eyes. So yeah, I'm very woo. Oh, I'm gonna get cancelled for that just because I don't have the right skin color. I'm gonna make some nachos. Yay, nachos! I never had real nachos ever in my life. I've had Doritos, and I've had whatever the fuck we had at the music festival that one year. You know, I should look up a nacho recipe. What kind of cheese do they use and stuff like that. I'm a grown-up, I can do what I want. We're almost done. We're almost done. Just gonna have another sip. I'm already sick of water for today, but I'm drinking it because I need it. I'm probably going to have to order that bottle that I've been seeing around. It has a scent pod that you stick on the straw, and it gives you the impression that you're drinking something flavored, but in fact it's just water. So maybe that would help, because sometimes they're... Alright, let's take one last look. A little looky. I wanted to paint my face green and I forgot. So we're going to fix that right away. A sick green if possible. Oh, that's going to be perfect. I was sick. I gotta show that I was sick. All right. I believe we're good for today. Yep, we're good. We're good for today. And as usual, with every live draw bookend, we are going to give extra special caramel drizzle, rainbow sprinkle thanks to our supporters, Amber B, Paul K, Miss Enavis, David F, Marianne J, Zedna, Supreme Crimson Leader. Your continued support is immensely appreciated. Next live stream, of course, next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the next bootleg cookie. Hopefully I'll have one written because I'm getting really low and forgetful on these. So I hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing it. I'll see you guys next week. I love you all, and bye-bye.